Hi, welcome to another Tiny Tuesday. I'm Christy here at my Artful Adventures, and today we are going to make some cute little treat holders that are shaped like carrots. Now, I've made several of these before, and I've made two different kinds, and this was by far the easiest. We're going to make two sizes today. You don't really need a lot of supplies, and so they're just perfect. Now, we are going to use a 6x6 piece of paper. Scrapbook paper is the perfect weight to do something like this, and then because it's a little heftier than just like regular printer paper. But if you wanted to, you could print out some kind of an orange design or something and use that. It would be perfectly fine. So you can either use 6x6 or a 4x6. I'm going to start with the one that's a little bit more difficult to get going with. Okay. And first we're going to put some adhesive along one side. Oh, and before I go any further, make sure you know which way that your paper bends the easiest, okay? Because if you're doing it the way that the paper has a little bit more resistance, because we're going to be curving it, it'll be harder for you to get it to curve. And so actually, since we are going to be putting it in a curve, I'm just going to kind of try to train my paper a little bit before we get started, just by giving it a little bit of a roll. And that just helps it know that we want it to go into a curve to start with, right? And it won't be quite as difficult to get it to curve around from the straight piece of paper. So there we go, we've already got it. And it doesn't matter if you've got a little bit of a line going there. We didn't crease it all the way, so we're good. So I'm just going to put this on here. You could use red line tape, score tape. I don't know what this is, but a tearable tape. Tearable, not like bad, but something that you can just tear with your hands. That makes it super easy because then you don't have to grab a pair of scissors. So we're going to put it along one long side here, and then we're going to flip it over and we're going to put a little piece down in here. You don't have to have it go all the way across. But if you put it on now, you'll be good to go. So first I'm going to remove my liner here, and if you've got something sharp, it's usually easy to poke in and remove that liner. It'll grab up there real easy for you. And I'm going to lay this on the side where my adhesive is not, keep it from sticking to my workspace. Okay, so now we are good. And look, now that I gave it a curve, it's kind of, it's rocking there, and I don't have to worry so much about it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put it over here, and I want to bring one edge over to this other side. So I'm going to lay this over, and you want your seam to be closer to one edge than the other. So I'd say if you can get this edge about halfway, or about a half an inch to cover each other, that is a good amount of space. And kind of if you hold it here in the center to get it started, and then press your edges down, you should be good. And try to get it as straight as you can. Mostly you just need that adhesive covered up, right? And now I'm just going to kind of open that up a tiny bit, and I want it a little bit farther over the other way. I just want that seam over to the edge. I think that's as good as I'm going to get on this skinny one. And now just press it down here firmly. Okay, now we've got that pressed down. Now what you want to do is you want to take it and you're going to pinch it this other direction. So you're going to kind of turn it 90 degrees and now press it this way. And just give it a little fold. Now we're going to fold down these two corners, and just kind of, if you'll hold the edge, looks, about half an inch or so, I would say. And if you'll just hold across from it and give it another pinch, that way you can get it fairly even. And just bring it and fold it back the opposite way. That way both of those sides are going to be easier to fold. Now you're going to open this up and see where you've got this little V. Now you're just going to press that in there. Just press your little V's to the inside. That little seam corner needs to be poked down there. Now this is the time you can fill it with some little treats. some little nuts or candies or whatever you would like to. And then we're just going to press it closed. So we've already got our little treats in here. We're going to close it up. And now we're just going to take our hole punch and poke a hole right here in the middle. And now you can use whatever you want. I've got some green ribbons. I love the organza ribbon. It ties and looks so pretty. This is a little bit darker than I would like. And I've got another green ribbon over here, and it's a kind of an off color. I love this though. I think this is so pretty. It is more of a bright green, and I love that for what we're doing today. So I'm just going to use that. This is some of that sari ribbon. If you've ever seen me use some of this before, you know I have like a ton of it. It comes in a giant bundle. And so I'm working my way through it. So I'm just going to fold this in half, pull it through here, and then just make a loop and pull it through. This way it's going to be easy for somebody to take off as well. And just work with it. Since it's that fabric, you got to kind of maneuver it into place. And now look at this. Isn't that a cute little carrot? Now let's do the one that is the 6x6 size so that you can see what the difference is in the size, okay? In case you want to, you know, do that. So I got to make sure I still have my side, the one that I want. I'm going to just get this on here straight. But these are so easy, you guys. Just super simple. And I'm going to flip it around this side. Oops, let me make sure I got okay, I want it at the bottom. So you saw how we are squeezing the bottom together so we don't have to cover the whole bottom edge. And just press it down, make sure you have it adhered really well. And then, oh, I almost forgot, you guys. Make sure you give it a good curve. That's going to be really helpful. That is going to really help you a lot. Okay, so let's take off one edge. If I can grab it. And make sure you don't get it stuck down to your workspace. Grab the other end. Okay, now this one is actually a little bit easier to, and you know what? I'm going to actually put this over a little bit farther. It's a little bit easier on this wider piece of paper to get your fold secured. It's just easier. Oops. Well, if you get that and you don't have it even, just trim the bottom off. Okay, see, I've got a tiny piece peeking out right here. So all I need to do is just trim that down. I'm not going to do it now because I've got my fabric scissors. You know we don't use fabric scissors for anything else. So we've got it pressed flat this way. Turn it again, you're 90 degrees. And then just fold it over here. You guys, I am going to have to... Well, I think that's going to be poked it. Well, let me grab my other scissors real quick. Then we can take care of it and make it look nice. Let's trim it off here. Get the other little inside edge not showing. It's got a little bit of a turquoise color sticking out there, or aqua. Okay, there. And now again, we take this side and we want to pinch it and fold it and kind of look where that is on this side. Do the other side. Bring it back to you. Fold it this way. Same on the other side. And now we're going to open that up. Fill it now at this point. And then where your little V is right there, poke that inward on both sides. Your little V goes inside. Just like that. And now we just take our hole punch it. This is one of those little carrots that is a little bit, it's short and chubby, but Oh my goodness. Can I get this? I got that paper stuck right there. And then again, we're just going to fold this through here, fold it in half, pull it through our hole, make our little loop, bring our tails through here, and pull it back. And then if you pull it from the one side, then you can get it on there. Okay, so now we've got two carrot sizes. Now if you had more treats that you wanted to put in, you've got this size or you've got this other little size. So both work, right? This one is a little bit easier to put together. But you got two sizes to choose from, you guys. I hope that you've enjoyed this, and I hope that if you needed something quick for a little treat holder that, you know, that you want to look like carrots, you can. And you can make a little, make several of them and put them in a basket. How cute would that be? Okay, you guys, I'll see you next time for Tiny Tuesday. And I hope if you've enjoyed this, I hope that you will like the video and also subscribe to the channel. See you later. Bye-bye.